Oh, turned myself off there. Good afternoon. This is. You're not on screen. I'm not on screen. Well, I need to be on screen. And there we go. Okay. Good afternoon. This is the meeting of the Sunshine Coast Regional Hospital District Board, one of three meetings here at the SCRD today. And March 23rd, 2023. I've got an echo. No, yeah, I still have an echo. I don't like the echo. I'm going to wait. It's not mine. So I'm calling the meeting to order, and we are meeting on the territories of the Shishel, or the Sunshine Coast Regional District. The Sunshine Coast Hospital District is within the territories of the Shishel and Squamish nations. And our first item is to adopt the agenda. Moved, seconded. All those in favor? That motion carries. And I'll look for a motion to receive all reports and other items. Moved, seconded. All those in favor? The motion carries. And we have minutes specifically here. We've received them. We don't need a special motion to adopt them, do we? We've received them already? Okay. Any questions on those minutes? No. And then we have a report, which is the final budget of the Sunshine Coast Regional Hospital District for 2023. And that's a report from the General Manager of Corporate Services, our CFO, whom I don't think is joining us online, but I see other staff here to present this report. Manager Wing.
Thank you, Chair. I believe our Manager of Budgeting and Grants is going to present.
Okay, so online.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. So the purpose of this report is to present the final 2023 budget and outline the line item changes from the provisional budget that were presented and adopted in October 2022. One key item included in the budget this year is the continuation of the reduction to the minor capital equipment down to 120,000. This change was first made in 2022 as a result of the ongoing carry forward nature of this line item. Staff are recommending that this reduction continue for 2023 as well. We're hoping that as procurement bottlenecks are resolved, that they're able to expend the funds this year. There are various ongoing capital equipment items which are included on page 7. These items have been approved in previous budgets and will be funded from the capital equipment reserve. The overall impact of the proposed budget is an increase to taxation of 39 cents per 100,000 of assessed value. The revised assessment rates have not yet been received as of the day of this report, so these might change slightly once these are known. The increase in taxation is primarily the result of an increase in long-term debt lending rates due to a rate reset. We'd like to take any questions if there are any.
Thank you. Director McMahon.
Right. I note in the report that the long-term debt was refinanced for 5 years. I thought we were going to pay it off in 2027. My math says that's 4 years, but just thought I'd ask.
Is that just a...
Yeah, you are correct. It will be paid off in 2027. The rate reset took place in December of 2021 or 2022.
Thank you. Other questions? Director Henderson?
Thank you, Chair. I wonder if on page 9 of our agenda package, I wonder if you could explain what the capital fund is, what the purpose of that is, the 1.174.
I'm probably not the best person to explain it. I'll look at Manager Wing.
Thank you, Chair. The capital fund is funding that is intended for larger capital projects that are shared funding between the Regional Hospital District and Vancouver Coastal Health. So that is the 40% funding split for major capital projects. The funds that are in that fund are funds that were earned surplus funds on previous borrowings. So they've been left there to apply to future projects.
Director Henderson, got more?
So it's somehow different from what we call the reserve fund. So is there a, like, I'm trying to understand why we differentiate. Is it restricted? We couldn't use it for, buying a vital number 4 power distribution center?
Yeah, thank you. Through the chair, the funds, the reserve fund is funds in that are tied to the minor equipment.
No.
What we're doing with the funds is really segregating the different funding streams from the beginning. So funds that are collected for the purposes of minor equipment, these are items that are less than $100,000, would be drawn from the reserve fund. That's the carry forward that Manager Taylor mentioned. The current fund is obviously for sorry, I want to make sure my apologies. The current fund is for items that are less than 100,000.
150, but yes.
Yes, that's correct. The reserve fund is for those items that are in excess of 100,000. These are the items that are cost shared. Thank you, and apologies for the misinformation there.
Yeah.
The capital fund, again, is for those larger scale. So these are funds that are left over from the hospital expansion, the borrowing that was done on that, and these are the surplus funds for that. My apologies.
No problem. Thank you
Yeah,
for
no.
clarifying that. Director McMahon.
Yeah, my recollection from this discussion at the meeting with Vancouver Coastal Health is that the money was borrowed and then it took a long time before the building on the hospital started. So there were extra funds as a result of that, and it's still there to be available for future capital projects.
And that's the nature of my question, Mr. Chair. What are there restrictions, or do we have to wait for another build of the hospital to use this money, or can we use it for a big project, or take it back and avoid increasing taxes this year?
Oh, there'll be big projects coming. We've been, most likely discussion.
That there aren't any restrictions. I would say that the purpose for which those funds were borrowed were for major capital, and so the fund should be, the intent is to direct them towards future major capital.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
do have one more, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why are we increasing taxes this year?
I guess this is,
Thank you for the question. The tax increase, the main driver of the tax increase is the reset of the debt servicing rate. So that's resulted in an increase to the interest payments on the debt. In conjunction, there was also a decrease to the actuarial rate. This is the investment earnings on the sinking fund held by the Municipal Finance Authority. That in turn increases our principal payments. So it is a direct result of the rate reset.
thank you. Did I see Director Bax? Did you have your?
I was just going to say it's Bank of Canada's fault.
Director Henderson? Is your hand still, is it down now? Okay. So I think we need, so that's the report, which we've received, and then associated with that report is the bylaw, which is item 4, Annex C on the agenda. Oh, there's something else. Oh, we have to make a recommendation before we go to the bylaw. We have to, are we recommending that we go? Okay, yeah. And we are, right, we're at board too, so we're not a committee, so this is, so before I can go to the bylaw, thank you. That motion on the report to go to the bylaw has been moved, seconded. All those in favor? The motion carries. And one
I'm opposed.
Director Henderson opposed. And so now at item 4, Annex C, we are looking at first, second, and third readings and adoption of that bylaw. Bylaw 92. Okay. And I'm looking for, now I know, yeah, moved by Director McMahon for all 3 readings and adoption. I hope that's okay, because that's okay in my, yeah. All 3 readings and adoption, moved by Director McMahon, seconded Director Gabius. Discussion, bylaw. All those in favor? The motion carries, or, yeah, unopposed. Yeah, Director Henderson opposed. The motion carries. And no new business, no in camera. So, oh, yeah, corporate officer.
Just for clarity, where the directors all clear the motion to move all 3 readings and adoption in one?
Yeah,
They were all clear they were voting on that?
we did it already, so,
Okay.
yeah.
We can divide the motion at the request of a director,
Yeah.
should it be requested.
Motion to adjourn. Moved, seconded. All those in favor? The motion carries.